Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of Warcasts this side of East Yorkshire. And today I've got two games for you, one in Ultimate Apocalypse and one in Unification. First game is Ultimate Apocalypse and we're on Shrine of Exelon in a 1v1, with Tiger Shark as the sisters on the bottom side, and with Demi as Chaos on the top side. Demi is going to be opening up with triple cultists, a couple of heretics, a Mark of Chaos for Khorne, a blooming Chaos Temple, a generator, all good stuff going on over there. Whereas Tiger Shark is going to go for a couple of missionaries, a Ecclesiarchal Servitor, a Adeptus Sororitas Convent, and a What Are You UI Plasma Generator, and also a Pristine Sanctuary. So big openings for everyone here. I just thought, well, there's a couple of games on the Discord that has been sent in that are a little bit shorter, and I like to try and keep the games on this channel 20 minutes plus. Either the length of time it takes for someone to eat a meal, or the length of time it takes for me to have a bath, which is about an hour's time, so... You know, the short games don't really get that much love, but if I stick two together, then I can viably follow my own creed and get both of the stuff done. Anyway, we've got some Chaos Space Marines coming down, big chunky lads, lots of health on these lads, looking to see if they can snag a strategic point or two. The missionary is going to struggle with them a little bit earlier, but I mean, maybe there'll be people coming out to help him. I hope so. There we go, we've got Canoness on the way, as well as some Battle Sisters ready to punt some misters. The missionary will hold just for a little bit, bobbing and weaving with his big staff icon. Can't be very comfortable to carry, but he's going to put his healing hands all over himself to keep him alive. And these Battle Sisters in Ultimate Apocalypse are well, yeah, I mean, in vanilla, they're a little bit wet around the ears, aren't they? But in Ultimate Apocalypse, they do certainly whack the wallop. They've got their blades, and if you look at the unit cards, if their unit cards are to be believed, they do actually more damage than Chaos Space Marines. So take that, heretics. You can't beat the ladies of the Emperor. Got Canoness coming over. Hasn't got her Inferno Pistol out as of yet, but still these Chaos Space Marines are going to flee from them. I suppose the only big difference between these guys is that, yeah, okay, these guys do a lot more damage, but I mean, 4 models with 2,600 health compared to the 3 with 3,600 health. Yeah, these guys aren't going to go down anytime soon, but they will retreat within the loving embrace of their listing post with some shooty bits on top, which is all nice. Did a little bit of harassment, managed to deny this strategic point for a little while, so that's really all you can possibly ask for. Also giving them space to go for this relic unimpeded with these cultists. In fact, going for both relics here, so that is something to take into consideration. No early tier 2s by the looks of things. We do have a Seraphim squad out, coming out 2 apiece. So potential for manoeuvring around, trying to deny these relics before they have anything built on top of them. That might be the play to make. Also get upgraded with a Inferno Pistol. Extra ones, so they can do more damage to heavy infantry and whatnot. But they managed to pop a listing post on there. Before any decapping happens, Canoness football kicking this heretic up in the air. And he's got to run away, but gets caught in the AoE damage of a spinny attack. Very unfortunate for him. Missionary going to try and bring down this listing post. Heretic going to wobble over and see if he can build it up. Over in the middle side, we do have cultists and heretics. Sorry, cultists and Chaos Space Marines alike coming in. Missionary unable to lay hands on himself any longer. Going to chase these Battle Sisters away. And we've also got some cultists and a heretic now coming over and building up a listing post over on the right hand side. So both relics firmly in the possession of the Forces of Chaos. Battle Sisters struggling a little bit with all this incoming fire. But may even get a squad wipe there if they're not careful. Seraphins are going to run into close combat and tie up both of these squads, since they were stood fairly close together. Sacrificing their own well-being for the well-being of their sisters. They do say charity in the Ecclesiarchy is a good thing. Double teaming this Chaos Lord over here. He'll be able to beat a Canoness 1v1 in close combat, but against all this stuff, he is going to feel a little bit worse for wear and decide to run away with extreme prejudice, hiding in the heavy cover. But the missionary is going to come up to one squad of Chaos Space Marines. In fact, both of these squads will now be tied up, allowing these Battle Sisters to open fire. Chaos Space Marines are not taking it lying down. They will engage a close combat, but there is a Canoness in there, so they will struggle a little bit more than they were doing before. And the Chaos Lord is probably... Oh no, he's going to waddle back over. He's got the Mark of Khorne, so he'll want to get involved in close combat as much as he possibly can. But he's not going to. He's feeling a little bit sheepish. Feeling a little bit shy, some would say. And one squad wipe for the sisters here. So Demi running his Chaos Space Marines once again back behind Listing Post. He's taking a bit of a beating, but should be staying stable for a little while longer. A replacement Chaos Space Marine squad on the way, as well as more plasma generators popping on. And for every plasma generator you stick next to... Oh, have you actually stuck it? Ah, is there a little bit of a gap? I can't quite tell. We'll see when it's built, but I'm fairly certain that is adjacent. As if it is adjacent, it increases the amount of blue money you get by 1, I do believe. Which is small potatoes in the grand scheme of things, but in the early game, every little scrap of money you can get builds up over time. Another squad of Seraphins coming out will be decapping this critical location in the middle. Cultists looking longingly at them, but no, they probably can't do all that much. They'll come in for a pass anyway. Can't blame a man for trying. But the Seraphins are out of your league, Mr. Cultist. We also have some sisters coming up on the other side. Decap has been sustained, but that is a lot of Chaos Space Marines. There's 3 squads in total. Canoness brings out the blinding light. And she's gonna... Are you gonna detach? Oh no, you're not detaching. You're still part of it, but you die anyway. Very unfortunate. The morale has been broken for these Battle Sisters. Distraught over the loss over their mistress. We're all one Seraphim squad. Not ready to get involved in what is to come. Are going to fall back into the blinding fire of the Listing Post. Missionary going to join these ladies, trying to inspire them to hold their ground. In fact, double Listing Post now firing in. And some more Seraphins just for good measure. And burned to a crisp. The traitor Astartes are going to fall back into the heavy cover. God, the range on this is just disgusting. Calm down, Listing Post. But now being able to stabilise, they're going to hold their ground. Chaos Lord has regained a lot of his health. Remember that if you stand near a Chaos building, it does increase your health regeneration, I do believe. You can also get every hero... If you imagine like you've got your regular order panel down here, they also have a upgrade panel. So they can be upgraded on the fly with lots of hero war gear that they get from the campaign. So it's hard to tell if they've got any upgrades, but I imagine he might have gone for some health regen or something. But it's a bit of a stalemate. No one's really getting much in the way of stuff. We do have the Listing Post now being popped on here, so we'll certainly help the sisters in their defense. Unlike Vanilla and Unification, doing damage to buildings is a little bit more tricky when you've got small arms fire. Although the heavy bolters aren't technically... So not heavy bolters, regular bolters aren't technically small arms fire. They're like small grenade launchers, aren't they? But they still struggle a little bit. But the Chaos Forces are massing. What's going on over here? Oh, just a power generator farm. Fair enough. Just looked like a moving unit to me then. Canoness back out on the field. Ready to wreak havoc and revenge. Not one to take a defeat lying down. And she has now been armed with a plasma pistol. So which will help significantly in taking down these chunky Space Marines. Cultists, they've got a lot of their squad, 14 members. Very cheap to reinforce, 15 in total, and also very quick to reinforce. They can very much act like a meat shield here. Got a Manufactorum coming up, so that's tier 2 for Tiger Shark down here. Have we got any tier 2 stuff? Yeah, we've got a machine pit going on. So you can tell these players are very competent in what they do. Taking up more or less at the same time is always a good sign. We've got some Retributors, which are very nice. Like Havocs. They're big guns. Nuns with big guns, that's what they're called. In their golden regalia. If you're going to go for Retributors, you've got a Sacrificial Circle. You're going for Chaos Icon Bearer. Gives generally good buffs to all the dudes nearby. I think, and also acts like a bit of an apothecary, if not mistaken. I should know these things, but there's too many mods, there's too many updates, there's too many things going on. Look at this dude. Chaos Icon Bearer going on over there. In fact, oh, you teleport in as well. It's very fancy of you. But yeah, look at all the shiny buffs around them. They're doing alright. Seraphins are going to move around with this Sentinel... Oh, I haven't seen you before. What do you look like? Just chilling out in your little walker. Double flamers on the go. Very nice stuff. Going to slowly whittle down that listening post. Not as quick as one would like, but hey ho. We've got a Rhino, Chaos Rhino transport coming over here. And that guy is going to absorb the damage. And then the cultists are going to, I don't know, gather around like some sort of... who knows? Who knows? But we've got some Space Marines on the back here with some missile launchers. And they're going to break through this listing post much quicker than these guys over here. But they've also got through it themselves. We've got the Retributors ready and willing to fire. We've got double veteran superiors with their Inferno pistols. So this heavy infantry, especially this Chaos Icon Bearer, first casualty of that engagement. Listing post forced to focus on that Chaos Rhino transport. Although I do think you can retarget it, but in the Chaos and the Micro going on, it's hard to really do all that stuff. Sentinel Scout Walker now armed with a multi-melter, giving it to the Chaos Lord straight in the face, but he is just standing there, shoulders back like he owns the place. And it's a stubborn engagement. Chaos Space Marines don't seem to be falling down too quick, but they're not too confident in this. And a little bit too much firepower coming in. Another Chaos Icon Bearer just chilling out. Okay, he's getting one in each eye. That must be extremely painful. Like staring into the sun. What are you firing at? Oh, you are a Hell Talent. Always a good choice for Chaos. Especially because if you've ever played Ultimate Apocalypse, these things fly a little bit higher than the regular models do in other versions of the game. They're really hard to click on, I find. That's what I struggle with. So if you can't beat an opponent through tactics, beat them through their lack of dexterity. That's what I always say. The Sisters are massing in numbers. Chaos are floundering somewhat. And the Icon Bearer goes down once again. Casually just been thrown to the Chaos Gods. You have an emulator tank on the way. Current economies at the moment are 194 and 79 compared to 279. So we've got more Chaos Rhino transports on the go. Got things being teleported in. What art being teleported in? What's inside you? Didn't even know things could be inside you. Well, there we go. Seems like this Chaos Icon Bearer is on auto reinforce. Or on auto build. Yeah, it is. Why? What's the purpose of this? Well, I suppose that the buffs they give are going to be quite useful, especially on a mass of infantry. And I assume as well that those buffs stack, so keeping those guys alive is quite an important thing. We've got another Ecclesiarchal Chapel on the way, so more plasma generators to be built. Some Celestians as well, just for good measure. Combination of air and ground assaults going on. Emulator tank not really using its AoE damage all that well, as it is just focusing on this one target, but the target must go down all the same. All heretics must die. Chaos Lord being too overconfident, but the emulator blowing up, knocking all these ladies backwards. And the Chaos Space Marines look a little bit stronger now. Morale's been broken on two squads over here. Seraphins over on this side also having the morale broken. Yeah, these guys are standing pretty. Also kind of outranging these guys. Wonderful use of the Chaos Rhino to absorb most of the fire while these guys get into position. Not quite able to get there. We are going to see this listing post being upgraded with a, well, tier 3, so much better for defense. And some Khorne Berserkers ready to cut people down with their chain axes. Very lethal in combat. Not sure if they come out with their charge animation or whether you need to research it, but that's totally fine. Also getting all the upgrades you could ever want or need for additional survivability. And the Chaos Icon Bearer once again just standing in the way. He's saying, "You shall not pass." Khorne Berserkers thinking about it, having an idea of what they want, but they're not going to do it. Over on this side, right, okay, well, this side is not defended whatsoever. Wonderful to see. You quite often see tunnel vision for players. They think, oh, well, we're fighting on this side, so we must stay on this side for all time to come. You know, Demi says, right, well, if all your stuff is over here, I'm going to go to the other side. Khorne Berserkers, there we go. It's a little bit of a charge animation. It's a speed up. They're going to get in. And maybe not survive for all that long. But it's at least enough, like I say, for everyone else to get into position. And actually, they're not doing too bad in the old tanky department. They will be wiped out. Oh no, they won't. Forcing the sisters to retreat. All's got some more havocs on the northern side, doing a bit of a flanking manoeuvre. This guy's just going to turn around and say, well, okay, you guys want to try and rebuild over here? We're going to say no to that, thank you very much. And look at him, the workhorse of the Chaos faction, the Chaos Icon Bearer. He's getting some licks in there. And he will be taken up by the Canoness. No, he won't, he'll scare her away. Like the manly man he is. Going down with the ship. Look at that charge animation for that Corn Berserker. Eager to get involved. But it will go down. Got a Chaos Vindicator now coming in. And it looks like a bad time for the sisters. What kind of economy have you got going on at the moment? Yeah, you've been spending every single crumb of blue money here. Got to go for an artisan. Not sure what you do, but I'm sure you do useful things. Chaos Vindicator being burnt to a crisp, but he doesn't care. His hull is made of sterner stuff. Artisan, what do you do? Oh, you're a builder. Very fancy looking builder at that. Enough to make a Tech Priest engine see a blush. Got some Retributors on the way. Well, when I say on the way, they are here already. They've been here for quite some time. And they are breaking down the Chaos Forces. One model at a time, but the morale has been broken. Got some Celestians over here armed with their melter guns, which aren't doing them that many favours against Chaos Space Marines. Inferno Turret has been built up, but the entire Sisters army has been wiped. So that is a firm indicator that Chaos has won. I've got a little bit of a minute on the timer here, but I can't see Tiger Shark pulling anything out at the moment. It's got some Battle Sisters over here, but they're not wanting to get involved, bless them. Champion of Corn just been bent. It's just, it's like a sauna for him. Yeah, it's interesting. Quite often on this channel, you'll see Ultimate Apocalypse games lasting for about maybe 30 minutes plus, and it's always implied that, hey, Ultimate Apocalypse means Titans, it means the big grand spectacle, but this short game also implies that, hey, there's actually, you know, there's infantry, there's back and forth, there's micro-tactics in there as well, so it's not just one game where it's all big or go home. It's you can go little, you can go mild before you go wild, as they say. But cool, nice one. We shall go on to the next game. And here we are in Game 2 on Gernham's Pass. It's a 2v2, and on Team 1 we've got Vrax as the Orcs, and we've got Cryptic as the Adeptus Mechanicus. On the opposing team on Team 2, we've got Ermesy Dr. Nox as the Tyranids, and we have got Eri 7889 as the Tau. Now, for those of you who don't join the voice chat, these two, Eri and Dr. Nox, got a bit of a bromance going on. They're always sharing love in the chat. It's a beautiful thing to see, and it's always nice to see them work together in tandem to go about their business and whatnot. I mean, Eri's got my favourite colour scheme of any faction ever. It is just gorgeous. It's a treat for the eyes, some would say. But, I mean, going up these two, I mean, we've got Orcs and Adeptus Mechanicus. I guess they work all right. We've got a Magus Explorator coming out, so a warrior of the Omnisire. So quite an aggressive opening for these guys. Not really looking to capture their strategic points early on. Orcs, they're quite keen on capturing their bits and bobs. The more blue money they can get, the faster, the better they are at taking up their war banners. Only cost blue money in Unification, and in vanilla as well. The Tau also looking a little bit more reserved. What about you, Tyranids? Are you going to go for your usual? There we go, for the Raveners. The big Ravs coming out. And they're always looking to see if they can nab some stuff. Warrior of the Omniscient just trundling over into the Tau base. Focusing on those Earthcast builders. Actually, two of them being in the same place at the same time. That is not a happy place for them to be. Trying to be best friends. Magus Explorator coming over will also be able to refresh the Wi-Fi for this Warrior of the Omniscient should they choose. A Tarantula turret being put in the base as well. This is a real pain in the backside. They're going to go for the Cadre headquarters, but maybe the models themselves might be a wavier target. Ravener's going to come over, and see what they can do. Going to be jumping about the place, surrounding the Warrior of the Omnissiah. And he packs a punch to the Warrior of the Omnissiah, but he can't quite take the hits neither. Very much a glass cannon. Also got a Brood Lord coming over. Going to be slicing down anything he can see, giving them a great big hug. And the Magus Explorator is going to say, no thank you, that is too much for me. And they're going to bees right off. High Pacifist looking to all spot these guys. So actually, this looks very much like a rush build, but he sees that the rush is not working. He's now going to start capping his own strategic points. Orcs just building up their usual gubbins, but we do have some Slugger Boys being a little bit cheeky and capturing this critical location that's just outside of Dr. Nox's base. Not seeing any more Raveners at the moment. He is oh, it's actually on auto reinforce, so that is something. Going to be meandering over, going to give the Adeptus Mechanicus a taste of his own medicine. And Cryptic does not have anything in the way to mind this. While this is going on, the Shooter Boys are going to continue their reign of terror. Big Mech is inside the base. In fact, they've already caught this listening post over here, so they're just going to build something straight up over here. Ravener's not deterred there. They've got their numbers, and they see the Adeptus Mechanicus in a bit of a sticky situation. Currently not building up anything. Have you got any economy? You don't have much. You've got enough for maybe one more unit. And your Magus Explorator has gone down as well. So this is... He's going to need some support from the Orcs. But the Orcs are engaging in some sort of their own kind of base trade here. A base trade and an eco boost as well. I quite like that. He's all the way around the map, harassing every point he possibly can. But that is the Tacticus nature of Vraxia. He is known as Vrax the Tacticus. Julius Caesar himself would shudder at the tactical brilliance of this young man. Tyrannicus Broodspite about to go down. And we don't see, oh, well, we've got one more Spore Chimney. Oh, we've got two more Spore Chimneys, so their economy should be okay for reinforcing. But these guys don't seem to need to reinforce when no one's really killing them. High Pacifists have given up on trying to defend, so they're going to go and see if they can do anything more useful. Are you building up another base somewhere else? You might want to do that at some point, if you can. Warrior of the Omnissiah is going to come out and start shooting at these guys. And do you do a lot of damage? You do a fair bit of damage. Raveners will come over and deny him existence. Maintenance services trying to come over. They're a bit low on Wi-Fi there. Gotta be careful with that. Morale's been broken on these guys. And yeah, this is an odd game, isn't it? A bit unusual. Don't normally see things happening this way, but hey-ho, we love a bit of odd. Raven is still going to continue firing up, well, slicing away at this machine reliquary. Nothing else really coming out of it at the moment. Warrior of the Omnissiah equipped with a heavy flamer to deny the morale of these Raveners. But a Broodlord nearby will make sure that they're staying motivated. Shooter Boys over here as well, providing some firing support. But the Tau Commander going to try and fire at them as well as these Fire Warriors. And yeah, a fresh meal for the Raveners. Very low on health though at the moment now. So that's all. I mean, it almost got them down, but you can't keep a good Tyranid down for long. Orcs over here continuing to bash up this Hive Spire. And they're moving in. They're just settling up. Keeping these STC setchers on the go. Machine Reliquary it's still online. Whether someone's came around to repair it while these Raveners were doing their business, I don't know, but they're still knocking about, and they've also got a Warrior of the Omnissiah just chilling out round on this side as well. Won't be doing all that much. Sat over there. Then again, he is out of juice, so he won't be able to come and do much. Got a Gauntai Broodhide being built up here, as well as a Tyrannicus Broodspire. So the Tyranids look like they're going to be doing the same. Maybe a bit of like a base swap. Hive Spire looks like it's about to go down, which is not best pleasant. Slugger Boys down on this side. They've finished capping all this stuff. The Grots will now build some stuff on top of there as well. The Raveners doing their decapping and recapping and Spore Chimney creation. Don't necessarily need a HQ. As long as you've got recruitment buildings, you should be alright. So Grots are going to come in. And I do quite like this, because when you build up a Tyranid building. It does give you this little aura of stuff, which is a boon to the Tyranids. The gods they're just going to repair stuff. Oh, look at that. Out. Don't mind me, boys. We've just got our hammers. We are also Raveners, I promise. And no one notices. Oh, the Tower Commander does. He spots them. And he'll take care of them. One shot at a time. Got some Storm Boys coming in. And yeah, over on this side, the Tyranid base has been expunged with righteous indignation. What's going on over? Have you? Oh, you've rebuilt your machine reliquary over here, sir. Yes, a lot of effort being put into this place. Got double lictors coming out, as well as some Hormagaunts. Tau Fire Warrior team's also using their impressive firing rates to help chunk down this machine reliquary, but it's just not going down. I think it's the longest time I've ever seen something trying to take down a building, but then again, Raveners are not known for their ability to crack down on a structure's armour. Oh my god, it's losing them around. They've got no friends nearby. And no friends with big brains anyway. Tower Commander going to jump over, trying to provide them some more support, but the Tyranids don't really care about him. Big Mech going to follow him with a big teleport as well. And the Hormagaunts will chase these maintenance servitors all the way back to their base. Machine Reliquary has finally gone down. And now that's basically released all these guys to go across the map and do their business. We've only really got one place to attack now, which is over here. Hormagaunts will have spotted this, so that's their next target, I imagine. But in saying that, I mean, if we look at the economy for Vrax, that's a big economy. He's got more money than he could possibly spend at the moment. War of the Omnicide attempts to be repaired, but the Raveners tunneling from behind in a good surround on the entire fighting force here. The double Storm Boys now and auto reinforce, because I mean, why not? You've got the pennies for it. Going to build up some war banners. And the Tyranids are going to struggle a little bit more assaulting a base with orc structures on, as lots of little grots on top are constantly firing at them. So it's not going to be a free breakfast like it was down south. Fire Warriors need to push forward as the Raveners are falling down en masse. The orcs have been upgraded with their extra chopper bits. As you can see, whenever they get that upgrade, the knobs also get power claws. These shooter boys have also got their big shooters on the go. War of the Messiah providing some firing support as well. Hormagaunts the next to fall. And yeah, Eri surrenders by the looks of things. Well, hell's bells, that was quite exciting. Although I think it would have gone a lot better for the Tyranids and the Tau. Like I say, if they're able to take down this HQ a little bit quicker, if they managed to snag that sooner, they could have certainly put the hurt on the orcs, but also like leaving the orcs up on the northern side to do their own thing. Maybe not the best idea. Maybe send a squad. I mean, because they only had a big mech and a squad of, was it shooter boys or slugger boys? There wasn't that much on the northern side. So it wouldn't take, maybe like a Tau Commander, maybe a Fire Warrior squad, or maybe even Kroots, or just peel back one of those Raveners and bring them out over here. Because then, if you've got one squad of Raveners down here and maybe a few other bits and bobs, you're still denying all this stuff. So, yeah. Anyway, enough theory crafting. Thank you all for sending the games in. If you want to join the Discord, there's links in the description. Games like this happen all the time. And also, there's a Patreon. If you want to support the channel, £1 a month gets you one extra game a week. My name's been Mr. Landshark. Pleasure as always, never short. I will see you in a bit. Peace.